Elizabeth and Zoe St. Amand were two sisters happily living together in Charleston, South Carolina. That is until tragedy struck in 1945. Years later, their home was converted to a restaurant, but perhaps they were never converted to the afterlife, or at least one of them wasn't. The restaurant then became home to a dog. That dog died too. This is the story of Poogan's Porch. Welcome to Ghost Binkers. Pause for dramatic effect. Hello, junior and senior binkers. I'm Trev, and I want to believe in ghosts so ever badly. And with me is my buddy and co-host, Killian.
Hi, I'm Killian. I just completed Final Fantasy VI 100%.
Whoa!
So yep, that's...
Congratulations.
Please play the cheers.
I'm trying to find them.
The cheers.
I'm panicking.
Please find the cheering. Thank you, thank you. I've now completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 remake 100%.
Oh my god!
So I'm working on 8 next, but it's a big deal for me. It's really important, and Kefka's eating shit. He's lost. The world is mine, bitch.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I one day will play hopefully one of those.
Yeah. I'd play 7. I'd play the good one.
That's what I've heard.
Someone will be like, actually, it's not. Yeah.
And they can turn the podcast off if they...
No, they can argue with me in the comments.
Oh, that's...
to build engagement.
That's a great point.
Did you warn our listeners that the dog dies?
I guess I revealed it in the intro.
You have to warn people if a dog dies or they'll...
This is your podcast ghost and editor Trev here. I just wanted to deliver a fair warning that a dog dies of natural causes, old age, in this story. We barely talk about it, but it is important to the story.
Together, we are the Ghost Binkers, and we explore real-life spooky stories and joke the spooky credibility out of them. A light binking, so to speak. Going back to what you're saying.
That's a high energy one. That's a build.
I figured I could be a little bit more high energy. I've watched game tape. And,
that's like the Usain Bolt of our little tagline.
I definitely turned that 200-meter dash into a 100-meter.
Yeah.
I tried to speed it up a little bit. We're keeping the intro.
They should do a really short one next Olympics, 2-meter dash.
2-meter dash.
It's just...
First one off the block.
It's just like... What you do is you get like a really short guy who's like, I can take 5 steps really quick. And you get a really tall guy who's like, I can take 2 steps pretty quick. And just try and see like what the exact perfect height for like, like really short races
But
are.
it's a mix between height and reaction time.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like maybe you get a little guy who's really good at like little choppy steps and he just gets ahead. But then maybe there's like a tall guy. He's like, I just need to take one really good step and I've won,
Yeah. I like that idea.
I'm redefining the racing meta,
I was just quickly, while we were talking about that, just quickly checking to see if we got any emails.
Yeah.
We didn't get any emails.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
So email us,
you can't bring up our
gmail.com.
You can't bring up our embarrassment on the show.
Junior and senior binkers, we're really disappointed in the lack of emails. So.
Yeah, I mean freshman binkers.
Freshman binkers.
Talk about the people who died on your trips to find ghosts.
Yeah. Tell us a really, really in-depth lie.
Yeah.
That you've convinced yourself is real.
Yeah. Like the movie Cabin Fever, but you're just pretending it really happened to you.
Yeah. So I do have a disclaimer for this episode and actually this whole month.
Yeah.
So this episode comes out on February 4th. If you're listening, it is February 4th.
Yeah.
Or later.
Okay. It cannot be earlier unless you've stolen intellectual property from us.
Yeah. If you're listening
if you're
before,
no.
I'd like to have a word with you. Would you like to edit this podcast moving forward?
Us at Metallica and their lawyers would like to have a word with you about this stealing you're doing.
So this is the first episode of Black History Month.
Wow.
So I figured we're not going to talk about Black History ghosts because that feels yucky.
Oh, okay.
So instead, we're gonna talk
about dead white people to bring the revolutionary energy.
We're gonna dunk on states that were Confederate states, and we're talking the top pro-slavery Confederate states.
Yeah,
we're starting in South Carolina.
Yeah, great.
And also, since it's Black History Month, and I share half lineage, with my Black ancestors. I get to do whatever I want on these episodes.
Oh, you get to go freewheeling.
I get to just go crazy,
go stupid with it.
I've often said you're the Malcolm X of this podcast, and I'm the reserved, Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
You're the wild revolutionary, and I'm the orator. I bring everything back down to earth.
I'm getting radical with it, and so for this episode, I didn't summarize anything.
Yeah, you're just going off the cuff.
And I barely even prepared for this episode.
Well, I one of those things I think is fine. The other thing I don't really agree with. I mean, I didn't really, I didn't write, like, I didn't necessarily rewrite stuff when I did my eps. I just kind of let it.
Yeah.
I like a little flow, a little conversational flow. And to me, that's like, you're going to be able to duck in and out. But I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited for you to go ballistic this month, I guess.
Thank you.
I have, before we get into the trash history of these, possibly racist states, have you been to South Carolina ever? Have you been down the neck of the woods?
I haven't been to any like southern states besides Georgia and Florida.
Yeah.
So
I said Florida, everyone at home, because we went together.
Everyone's been to Florida.
We went to
too.
Disney. So like
we went to Disney.
I knew Florida.
You knew Florida.
I've been to South Carolina, but only to Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
Been to North Carolina twice.
I've heard great things about Myrtle Beach.
It's a beach, big beach. I liked walking around and getting Ben & Jerry's. I saw Marvel's Avengers Age of Ultron.
Oh.
With my now wife, who had seen none of the Avengers movies, and I had to explain all of it to her.
Did you see...
She was like, who's that? And I was like, well, actually, he shows up in 3 of the comics from 1974 onward.
What year did you see that in? 2015?
You're asking me to remember the year Marvel's Avengers Age of Ultron came out?
Okay, so you saw it when it first came out.
Yeah, it was like in theaters. It was 2015, I'd guess.
Whoa.
Or summer of 2015. Maybe like May 2015.
I was in Georgia that year, and I watched Avengers Age of Ultron.
Well, yeah.
At family's house.
No, so you emphasize the wrong... Like, it's cool that you were also in the South. That's the part that's interesting. You kind of emphasize the movie part. The movie was in theaters at that time, so it makes sense we both saw it.
I probably saw it after then.
But it was crazy that you were in Georgia and I was in South Carolina. Like, we both saw that movie out of home, I think, is the more interesting part.
And in the South.
Yes, that's much crazier. You were like building up to like, we saw the same movie during the same month. And that's kind of how movie releases work.
I was saying like,
you went to a theater.
We're both in the South.
But so all I have to say is I've been to South Carolina once, but it was not a racist experience. It was mostly a beach.
That's good.
So I didn't get the full heat of Charleston. Famously, last time it was in the news, I don't know, did anything happen in Charleston? When's the last time something's happened in Charleston? Type in Charleston bad things.
I said Charleston controversy.
Yeah.
The AI overview is a public corruption scandal, shrimp fraud lawsuit.
Okay, that's funny.
Confederate monuments. They do like their monuments.
I remember that was the Robert E. Lee one. It was like the big Charleston monument.
Historical apology. In 2018, the city council apologized for its role in slavery.
Yeah. Thanks. That did it. Yeah. So what's been going on? What was going on in Charleston in your neck of the woods in this story here?
So in Charleston,
I'm trying to bring it back.
I appreciate that. That's a good segue, and I'm going to take it. In Charleston, we have Poogan's Porch. However, before it was known...
Vladimir Putin? Putin's Porch?
Oh, did I say Putin?
No.
I meant to say Poogan.
You said Poogan, but it sounds like Vladimir Putin.
I also, I can't stop like thinking in my head to say like Poogan's Porch.
It's also not like a word.
That's not Southern.
It's not like a word also. It's one of those names where you hear it and you're like, that's not even close to a thing. I'm very used to like, at least in English names that are like kind of like a job or, like all those kinds of names.
Yeah.
And so when it's like something like Ding Bung, you're like, what the fuck is that?
What is
Poogan,
that? Poogan.
Yeah.
So this used to be a home built in 1886. The building on 72 Queen Street that now houses one of Charleston's most popular restaurants was owned by 2 spinster sisters. I don't know. Is spinster like sexist? I don't care.
Yeah, I think it's like losers who didn't get married, right? Is the spinster
I feel
term,
like
I assume, or is it saying they're like literally actually spinning silk in some way? Like I feel like spinster is being used here as like unmarried.
I think it is based on my preliminary.
Yeah,
read
it does feel sexist. I guess
it feels like it, but maybe I don't know. Maybe that is just the term.
South Carolina not looking good.
Elizabeth and Zoe Saint Amand. Both women were school teachers, but they had entirely different temperaments. Elizabeth, the older sister, was talkative and outgoing. Zoe, on the other hand, was a shy, proper woman.
Did you ever read?
Rarely spoke.
There's a children's book where the teacher is like she's like a nice, sweet teacher, and none of the kids respect her. And then she like gets sick, and like an evil bitch teacher sub comes in, and all the kids are like, "Whoa!" And the other teacher comes back, and they're all like, "Oh, we love you. You're so nice. We're so happy to have you back." And then it cuts to like her closet with like
Oh,
the teacher's wig. Like she's
the same
She dressed
person?
up as her to be like the evil teacher.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is that. I wish I could remember the name of the book, but it's a
That's
children's
fun.
book. I loved that book as a kid.
Hey Arnold did a riff on that.
Yeah.
With the substitute teacher who was like a military guy.
Yeah, exactly. So this is like I think they might be the same person. It's most interesting.
That's kind of fun. I forgot to
I love a
mention-
good bad cop, good cop type situation.
Especially with teachers.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I like it with anything.
I forgot to mention that this story comes from The Ghost Doctor. That's the blog by Alan Brown, who is the Ghost Doctor. He has an actual doctorate
in ghost shit. Yeah, okay.
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's specifically in ghost shit. I think he has a doctorate in something.
It's got to be
else.
something kind of affiliated, right?
Let me see. I think he's just a.
It better not be like mathematics.
I think he's just a doctor who
That's
likes
so
ghosts.
irritating.
Dr. Alan Brown
Theology?
has been a professor of English at the University of West Alabama.
No, I think that counts as like books.
Yeah.
Maybe his
Stories.
expertise is like Frankenstein.
These two spinster teachers.
Yeah.
One was abroad.
Yeah.
So we might say, and the other was a proper woman.
Yeah.
I will say, Dr. Alan Brown, so far, not loving the way you're talking about these ladies,
Not very woke of you, sir.
but
Being fun has nothing to do with being proper or not.
Perhaps he is paraphrasing his reading of a story.
Anyway, do you like the fun sister more, or would you try to break the ice with the shy sister? What what would you go for? Hanging out with ghosts. I'm talking about when they're ghosts, obviously. You're coaxing the ghost out with the REM pod, or are you trying to coax out the fun one, or are you trying to coax out the shy one?
I think I have like a little bit of a complex where if I find someone shy, I want to try to break them out of their shell because that's how I used to be.
Right.
And I know that inside the shell is like a blossoming flower of a person.
Yeah.
But you gotta break that concrete layer.
He starts doing crack. You make her a horrible person. You fuck up her life. She's like, I used to be a nice school teacher.
I used to
now
be
I
shy
can't stop
and
drinking.
quiet.
I can't stop drinking and yelling.
Zoe, the shy one,
was reputed to be very strict with her students at the Crafts House School, which stood just up the street on the corner of Queen and Legare Street. The two women lived happily together until Elizabeth died in 1945. That was the tragedy.
Which one's the fun one?
That was Elizabeth.
Okay.
I think she was having a little too much fun.
Sorry, I haven't had enough time to store the names yet.
She's having a little too much fun, and she died.
Danced right off the roof.
Danced right off the roof.
Unable to fully recover from her sister's death, she stared vacantly out of her windows without acknowledging the waving hands of people passing by her house. She was also said to sleepwalk around her house at night. Zoe was confined to a
That's
mental...
legal. What the fuck? You
Yeah.
gotta go to a mental hospital for walking around at night?
Well, Zoe was confined to a mental institution.
How do you prove
in
she's asleep?
1952 and died 2 years later.
Yeah.
I feel like the mental institution is what killed her.
You think so?
I think so. It doesn't say how old they were. I
Yeah.
was kind of picturing them like on the pretty older side.
Yeah, I was assuming they were older.
But
I assumed the mental institution was like dementia.
that's
So she was
also
like already
possible.
kind of grief and going anyway.
Yeah.
I kind of have trouble with it because in my head I am picturing like two 20-year-olds also.
I know,
Simultaneously,
yeah,
I
yeah.
keep flopping between them. So this is stuff you should look up and know.
Maybe that's the
This is information I need to have.
That's the ghost lore, is that they're sometimes manifest as a 20-year-old, sometimes manifest as a 65-year-old, and they ask you if they're pretty.
Don't bring up the rules. I love ghosts that have riddles.
That is
When we do the Japanese ghost who asks you things and you have to know the answers that they predetermined are correct. I love that shit. It's also very Japanese.
Yeah.
To be like, do you know the exact phrase you're supposed to say when your boss is mean to you? And you're like, no. They're like, you should kill yourself then. You should fucking die.
Zoe never returned physically to her beloved home, but according to the owners
Metaphysically, she
and
did?
staff at the restaurant, her spirit has.
Yeah. So spirit's not physical, confirmed.
Yeah. Spirit, well, I guess metaphysical.
I mean, well, that's what I'm saying is, I wouldn't assert that, but clearly this author is.
Dr. Alan Brown.
I think spirits are physical. I think they're a real thing. How's that? I think they're wet.
they're wet. Yeah, I just got a sopping wet spirit.
I think if you touch the spirit, it'd be a little wet is all.
Well, I guess that's why
Like water vapor.
people feel cold Because
Yeah.
you know, like
They're
when
actually just a little bit wet.
When something's wet, it
Yeah.
feels kind of cold.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. I think ghosts are wet.
I'm on the case.
They're wet and gushy.
Wow, they're censored.
Yeah, it's a censored version.
Yeah.
So that's that. Oh wait, no. There's a little more history.
Is there a
here.
ghost in here? Something feels like macaroni in a pot.
That's some wet and gushy.
My mother's gonna be so confused by this riff.
So Lori, there's a
She's
song.
never heard that song.
There's a song.
Don't speak directly
that
to her.
You should not look up. Don't look it up. It is called WAP.
Why are you coddling my mother?
You really should not look it up.
It's called Wet Ass Pussy by Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. It's about how wet their pussy is. Kind of collectively.
I hope
they both individually have a wet pussy.
I hope my mom doesn't know that song.
I hope she knows now. Hope she looks it up.
In 1976, Bobby Ball purchased the
Bobby
St.
Balls?
Bobby Ball.
A Sopranos character
This
purchased
is
this?
this is Bobby with an IE.
Okay. Is that
Bobby Ball purchased the
that a
St.
girl
Amand house
name?
and set about converting it into a restaurant. She had
okay.
no sooner begun renovations
smart.
before she made the acquaintance of a little neighborhood dog who showed up on the porch one day begging scraps of food. Bobby and the Little West Highland White Terrier bonded immediately, and Poogan, as he was called, became a fixture at the new restaurant.
The dog is named Poogan?
So Bobby named the dog
Oh.
Poogan.
Wow. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
That is a twist.
Little right hook.
Yeah, watch this. I almost shook it on the podcast, and I was like, "Oh, I can't do that. This is like a professional show. I can't record." Like while you were talking.
Oh.
I almost interrupted you by shaking a drink. It would have picked up on both cameras.
That's true. It would have picked up on this mic as well.
I had a beer, but it's not good. So I'm gonna drink the sour plum thing instead.
I'm gonna try to finish mine. But,
I'm really trying, and it's just like any beer that's like bourbon or gin mixed or barrel aged. I just don't like that shit.
I typically do, but this stuff is just so strong. This is a
Bonk.
This is a reverse ad for Dragon's Milk. Don't drink it. It's bad.
I can't believe it's called Dragon's Milk.
That's probably why it's bad.
Well, mine says like Crimson Keep, and I just assumed it was like Dragon's Keep and not Dragon's Milk. But
Yeah,
that's kind of gross.
it's called Dragon's Milk.
Any beer that's like a stout or like a barrel aged stout, gin barrel aged, rum barrel aged. Like I
Yeah.
just can't do any kind of.
I like
any
that
kind of
stuff,
any kind of
but-
hard liquor marinated beer. You know.
Well, since this is Black History Month and I can do whatever I want, I'm gonna try to read and drink this at the same time.
Like a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done this before?
No.
Okay.
All right. Here
So
we go.
you're not concerned about spitting this beer on me.
I think you're far away.
I want you to. Yeah, that should be your primary concern.
In 1930.
Oh, you were like not even close.
I got a little sip. Oh. We're okay.
Okay.
In 1976, Bobby Ball purchased the St. Amand house and set about converting it into a restaurant.
You for sure read this already.
Oh,
Dogs begging scraps
you're right.
of food. You drank that awful beer and it fucked up so many of your brain cells that you reread this
Okay,
something.
here we go.
We just got introduced to the dog. His name is
we go.
Poogan. Poogan?
Poogan.
God,
And his porch.
I'm not going to remember that.
Guests were charmed by the scruffy little dog that greeted them as they walked across the front porch. Bobby eventually named her restaurant after Poogan, who died of natural causes in 1979.
Poor little guy.
I mean, yeah, of
He's
course.
just a little stray West Highland Terrier, a little Westie.
It's always hard to lose a pet.
They are very cute.
I'm not going to be mean to the pet. You know, it's but
He didn't ask to be
I will
the
say
restaurant.
nothing sort of ghostly about it.
Well, you know, dogs. You know what? This is kind of bullshit.
A dog dying of natural causes is not ghostly. What do you mean?
Here's a little pre-bink. All dogs go to heaven.
Great point.
So how the hell is
Yeah.
this going to be a ghost dog?
Also, like-
well, I guess we don't know.
Every animal hangs out in one spot all the damn time.
That's also true.
Pikachu is going to be a ghost in the most expensive chair in my house that she always sits on. Like, come on.
well, you'll never be able to sit in that chair because she'll always be
I know,
there.
I already can't.
So now we can move on to the hauntings.
Ooh. Wow. Sorry, I didn't have anything prepped for that.
Wow.
Excitement.
I hate that button doesn't work.
I love that it doesn't work. What is it doing? I saw something playing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
What was that?
That was Voldemort.
Okay. I was going to say, that was like almost recognizable. No Harry Potter clips on my fucking podcast also.
I think I have.
We do. You know, your haggard voice is enough.
Yeah, that's fair. That's all I got, I think.
You know.
Bobby has remodeled Poogan's porch several times since 1976. Some experts in the paranormal believe that the alterations Bobby has made in the old house over the years have agitated the original owner.
Huh? I can't fix my house because it would make a ghost mad.
Yeah, that is actually a pretty common theme with ghosts, is they don't like when you make changes to their
What if you
space.
upkeep their stuff? What if you perfectly upkeep it? You're allowed to do that?
Then you get a little, what is that boat? The boat that you...
Ship of Theseus.
Ship of Theseus.
By the way...
And it becomes a little ship of Theseus.
You did not deserve me knowing that. You do not. The people in my life who get to say, like, what's that thing one time, and then have me know it is such bullshit.
I knew you would know it. That's why I said it.
Terry sometimes will be like, who's the guy with, like, his head, whoa. And I'll be like, Jason Derulo. And she'll be like, yes.
That's
or whatever.
the guy.
You know, it's like always some bullshit. And I just have to, like, I'm not even listening to what she's, I'm just reading her mind, basically. And that's
Yeah.
what I did for you.
Well,
you got the word boat out.
I kind of...
Don't give yourself credit.
I kind of use some context clues to lead you in the correct direction.
You're going to be listening back to this, and you're going to hear yourself say, what's the boat? And I'm going to say the ship of Theseus immediately. And you're going to be like, wow, I really didn't deserve that one. And that's okay. It's fine to not deserve stuff, you know? I don't deserve lots of things in my life.
One night in the early 2000s, Bobby Ball was closing up the restaurant when she had difficulty setting the security codes on the burglar alarm.
Yeah.
She telephoned the alarm and was talking to one of the technicians when a bar stool flew across the room and knocked over a couple of bar stools.
Bowling?
I
Perhaps?
think I can't picture this restaurant anymore. Because how is a bar stool flying across the room into more bar stools?
I guess if you're...
Are there
you're-
two bars?
If you're like, you have like standing tables with bar stools maybe or something, I guess.
okay.
I mean, the easiest thing is that it didn't happen. But I guess also like, yeah, maybe it's like from... Or it's from one side of the bar to the other.
yeah, I guess that would... Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Every time someone describes something as flying across the room, I'm like,
I really...
you sure it didn't fall over?
I really...
You sure two things didn't fall over?
I am curious, like you said, anytime someone says flying across
Yeah.
the room, I'm curious to know what their definition of across the room is.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, technically, if I threw a pen from here to the end of the table, it's like
Someone could say, oh, it flew across the room. Yeah.
But this room
I
is...
agree.
To me, across the room is like from one side to the
I think
other
there's a
side
lot
the
of shit
room.
falling over that gets called across the room a little bit. You know, I also think, by the way, I think this ghost was agitated because of September 11th. We're in the early 2000s. I think this ghost is reeling.
Yeah, it doesn't say when, and
I think it was September 12th.
odds are it was probably before or after.
Or maybe the ghost was like, I
9/11.
can't believe we're going to war with Iraq. This is ridiculous.
That's possible.
There are not weapons of mass destruction there. This is bullshit.
I guess we haven't established who the ghost is, so
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible
we
because
don't know what their leanings are.
She telephoned the alarm.
company.
Oh yeah, no, okay.
While Bobby was picking up the bar stools, the heavy kitchen door slammed open. After Bobby regained her composure, she concluded that Zoe's ghost was upset about the problems with the burglar alarm.
Sounds like there was someone just in the bar. There's the guy stuck in there. Bobby didn't clear and check out. You know?
Oh, and that's why the burglar alarm couldn't activate because
turning
there
it
was
off.
there was already a burglar in there
Oh.
and it was too late.
It was like, no, I can't
help you,
It's
man.
actually a really smart burglar alarm.
I can't help you. There's already a guy
It's
in
like,
here.
no, I'm not going to turn on now. It's stupid. Why bother?
Zoe's presence in the restaurant has also been sensed by customers and staff. Objects sitting on tables
Oh.
appear to have been knocked on the floor by an unseen hand.
Is Zoe the one who died in the mental asylum?
Yeah, Zoe
Why
is the
her,
shy
though?
one.
Why would they go to her ghost though? And not the one who died suddenly, tragically.
Well, I guess we don't actually know how the
Well, we know the other one
died.
didn't die in the house,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you can just die anywhere and go back to your
Well,
house.
mental asylums are scarier typically, you know.
That's why I think their ghost would be there. There's already so much ghost activity there. It's a hotbed. It's a sort of ghost generator.
That's fair.
You tell me a mental asylum is generating ghosts and spitting them back into their homes? They're returning homeward, you know?
I'd like to think that since she was shy, once she became a ghost, she was like, "Oh, I can finally
get
go.
home."
I can go home."
Yeah,
That would be me as a ghost.
you think so?
I'd be like, I've been away from home for how long?
I'd haunt
40 years?
I'd haunt like courtside an NBA game.
I mean, that's
Jack
kinda
Nicholson
sick.
would be
That's
having a
kinda
hell of a
sick.
time at the Lakers games.
Are
What's
you,
tickling my toes or whatever? You know,
I thought you were implying you were going to possess Jack Nicholson.
maybe. Jack Nicholson's on the court. He's dunking. He's jacking up threes. He's getting tackled by security now.
That'd be scary to see.
One person sees a little blue wisp come out of Jack Nicholson's head after he gets tackled by security.
Jack Nicholson's scary enough without being possessed by a ghost.
I can't do a good Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. Those.
I'm jacking off.
So, yeah, Zoe's presence was sensed by customers. She's just knocking shit off.
Why'd she go right to Zoe? Did she kind of explain that, Bobby?
No.
Okay, because she went right to Zoe. She never even thought like it could be someone, could be Elizabeth, could be someone before them. Did they build a house? I think you said that.
I don't know if they built the house,
Oh, I
but
thought you
that's
said-
where they lived.
Okay.
That I assume probably most of their life.
For some reason, I thought you said they established
I did say
the
it
house.
was built in 1886.
Yeah. Like I assumed it was for them, so that would make sense. There would be no one before and after.
That would make sense.
There was no one between Bobby and the sisters?
No. Well,
Oh, yeah, I know. You just saw the years. It's 52 to like
That's a-
70
that's a
something,
big
right?
jump.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't
I'm just
know.
saying there could be like there could have been a triple homicide in the basement. And
That's
she's like
possible.
Zoe, and it's like three young girls who got decapitated or something.
it could have been like squatters.
Yeah.
Who they were doing some occult shit.
Are lady ghosts scarier? Is that the feeling?
I don't.
I feel like ladies are ghosts a lot in these stories.
They are. I don't necessarily think so. But also at the same time, like I feel like dude ghosts are so boring and lame that maybe they are less scary than women ghosts. But also,
Men are scarier alive for sure.
oh, for sure, 100%.
We're easily agitated and very disruptive.
Anyway,
Staff members have, waiters and waitresses have seen an old woman.
Sorry, I like that you restarted when staff members also covered waiters and waitresses.
I know,
like you
I
could have
know.
kept rolling.
I know, but then I would have had to rewind.
Waiters and waitresses have seen an old woman in a black dress walking down the hallway. The old woman always disappears when anyone approaches her.
Black dress. Bonk.
Bonk.
Bonk. Little black
Wait,
dress.
Oh, I don't have an actual bonk sound effect.
You had a gentle, shy old woman. They were like, yeah, she was wearing black lace dress. Ugh. I hate that. Ew. Get that out of my ear.
You don't like C-3PO?
No. No. It sounds like I can't make this joke, I don't think. Not that my mother's listening, you know?
Oh, no. Now you know you're being listened to
I know,
at all
I know,
times.
I know, it's
now you have
horrible.
to be on your best behavior. I think that's probably why she thought it was Zoe, is because it's an old woman and she disappears when people approach, which means that she's kind of shy.
She's shy. Okay.
That would be my guess.
Is that an indicator of shyness?
Yeah.
I'd say coming out at all is very brave of her.
It is very brave, but then like
I'd say crossing the boundary between life and death is very brave, frankly.
but if someone goes to talk to her, she's like, "Oh, that's too much. I'm gonna go.
I suppose.
See ya." And then she just
Feels like a leap to me,
dips
to be
out.
honest.
Staff members who have heard the crashing sound of pots and pans falling on the floor have walked into the kitchen and found everything in place.
Oh, wait. So it's just the sound of them falling?
Wait, have heard the crashing, walked in the kitchen.
yeah, it's just the sound.
Okay. That's like who cares, man?
She's a really good mimic or something. She's good at imitating the
She's
sound.
Michael Winslow from the Police Academy.
What was that just the pots and pans?
Is
in the
that a
kitchen
helicopter
falling?
outside? Doing his fucking little things.
Yeah.
Is that a Jimi Hendrix guitar solo?
Wait, is that a fart sound?
Wow, Michael Winslow's in studio, guys.
So yeah, she would just make the sound of pots falling.
I mean, that's nice.
Maybe to bait people into the kitchen so she could cut their jugulars or something.
I mean, that's a great suggestion, the jugular cutting.
Yeah, let's. I'm gonna keep reading to see if that's true.
One night, a waiter who was closing up for the night walked up to the second floor and noticed that all the chairs were pulled out of the table, as they were supposed to be. However, the tablecloth in front of one of the chairs was pushed inward, as if someone were sitting at the table. Another waiter walked into the kitchen and saw an old woman in black mixing dough in a bowl.
So she's out here. She's working.
That
She's
first-
working for the restaurant.
That first sentence was horribly constructed. They
Yeah.
saw a bunch of stuff like it was supposed to be. Don't even say that then. Just say it was different. It was confusing to me.
Everything was
hated it.
normal except for the table.
Well, that was a much better way of saying that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I guess she's doing a job of a place she doesn't know because it's a whole new kitchen.
That's true. Yeah, because they did renovations.
It made her
and
so
stuff.
mad, apparently.
It pissed her off. But then she came to terms with it, and she's like, you know,
I guess I work here now.
I do like mixing dough.
Honestly, maybe she's feeling the current economy in Ghostland too. And she's like, I gotta get a second job.
When
Walking around the hallways is not paying the bills anymore.
no, you can. That's only it's only like $15 an hour.
You think she got chewed out by her ghost boss for dropping all the plates?
Yeah,
and then it
that's
didn't
why
make it to the world of living.
Well, she fixed them so fast.
That's
why
he
they
was
were all
coming
back in place. Yeah. I'm gonna just restart. So the waiter walked into the kitchen, saw her mixing dough. When he told her that she was not supposed to be there, she vanished. So she got fired.
Also, whatever. I mean, I guess I'm proud of him for not being scared. He might be the first non-scared person we've ever encountered.
Specifically say if you run into a ghost, you gotta talk to it.
Yeah,
So-
I did say to kill it. So
You did say to
he
kill
didn't
it.
really feel. He didn't follow
I
through.
said you had to talk
I also
to
feel
it.
like you could. I would have a couple other questions. Even as a skeptic, I would have a few questions before.
That's true. Before
Hey, don't disrupt my property, ma'am.
before dismissing the ghost.
Did you do your checklist for closing? You know, like I would be like, are you a ghost? That'd be number one, I think, with the bullet.
Hey, are you gonna clean the fryer or what? Even guests staying on the 4th and 5th floors of the Mills Hotel across the street from Poogan's Porch have seen a woman in black staring out of one of the windows on the restaurant long after closing time. That is
Cardboard cutout.
That is
Guy Fieri cardboard cutout.
Could be a cardboard cutout. That is the same thing she was doing in life.
No, she was walking around at night.
Well, she was sleepwalking between bouts of
Yeah, and then she was just
staring out the window.
Was she staring out the
longingly.
window or just at the walls?
Both, I
I thought
think.
she was just staring at the
I
walls.
think she was staring at the windows because people would wave at her and she would just stare.
Oh, I assumed she wasn't looking at them.
Sometimes the woman appears to be waving at the spectators. That's
Hey,
bullshit.
Not true.
She doesn't wave.
She wouldn't
That's
even do that shit in
specific-
life.
That was specifically stated that she doesn't
Wow.
wave.
What a massive fuck up on the part of this story.
Thinking that the woman was a customer who was accidentally locked in the restaurant. I'm going to read this as is, and I'm willing to be wrong. So call me out if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Thinking that the woman was a customer who was accidentally locked in the restaurant have notified the police.
That's the whole sentence.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's missing something.
It doesn't make sense to me. No elderly woman has ever been found in the restaurant after hours. So that's good.
What about other women?
That's
They're
a
like,
great
no
point.
elderly woman has been discovered. We did find 7 20-year-olds in the basement
that
one time.
means younger women. That means elderly men, younger men,
Yeah.
children,
It's a disaster.
babies.
Yeah. We found a great white shark, but no elderly woman.
One of the most startling encounters in Poogan's Porch
I'm
took
gonna be
place
so
in
startled.
1996. Wow.
I was 2.
I was 2 years old.
I'm so young.
A couple. We were born in the 1900s.
I mean, actually, I wasn't even born yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I'm Gen Z.
A couple who were celebrating their wedding anniversary in Charleston.
Yep. That's a fine sentence. You can keep going.
Period.
Huh? Okay, well, it's not a fine sentence anymore, I guess. It did the one thing it couldn't do there. I'm going to assume that you fucked up the copy and paste.
No.
health.
I just selected it all, hit Control C and Control V.
You should be rewriting these for legal perspectives.
Well, it's Black History Month.
Wow. The race card this early.
A couple who were celebrating their wedding anniversary in Charleston. They were staying at the Mills Hotel. On the night of their anniversary, they decided to have a dinner at Poogan's Porch. They were looking over the menu when the woman decided to go to the restroom.
Did you check out Poogan's Porch at all? Like, did you check out the restaurant
The website?
or anything?
I sure
Did they have like a
did.
cute logo?
I
Because if I was looking at restaurants and saw a place called Poogan's Porch, I would never go there under any circumstances. Unless the logo's a little doggy. And I'd be like, oh, it's a doggy.
Don't worry, Killian.
Like Raising Cane's.
I have a little deep dive into them.
Okay.
Prepared.
All right. I do this sometimes.
You're predicting the future. So yeah, they were looking over the menu when the woman decided to go to the restroom. She was washing her hands in the sink when she heard someone pounding frantically on the restroom door. In a loud voice, she said,
Someone is in here.
But the pounding continued. Exasperated, she opened the door, but no one was there. Shaking her head, she returned to her place in front of the mirror and continued washing her hands.
SMH.
those damn prank knockers on the
SMH.
bathroom doors.
When she finished, she looked up at the mirror and saw the reflection of an old woman in a black dress standing behind
You're
her.
old, sweetie. That was you. You got crow's feet now.
The old woman seemed to be leering at her. Terror-stricken,
Oh, a rare reverse bonk.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ghost
leering.
is being horny.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Yeah, we haven't really run into a horny
Yeah.
ghost.
This is watching her shit.
Valentine's Day episode.
Terror-stricken, the woman screamed and ran out of the bathroom door. She continued running through the restaurant and out the front door. By the time her husband found her, she was huddled on the front lawn, sobbing uncontrollably.
Man, how mad must that guy have been? That's brutal.
Do you think they already, like, got the food?
Oh, it was a whole. He had to order a pizza to the
Yeah.
hotel.
Because this is their anniversary.
A bunch of places were closed. Oh my god.
Apparently, Poogan is haunting the restaurant as well.
I do love that. I love the idea of a little ghost dog running around,
whatever.
just yipping at people.
Yeah.
Guests have reported feeling something brush against their legs just above their ankles.
How do we know that's not horny Zoe ghost?
I know exactly. He's leering from under the table.
Trying to get some upskirt peaks.
Yeah.
The spectral pooch has also been sighted a couple of times running through the restaurant. The fact that the little dog lies buried in the garden might at least partially explain why he is so attached to the old place.
Huh? Or whatever. Fine.
So
that explains it.
They buried him right up in the garden,
Whatever.
right there. And I can actually.
Every cemetery is not haunted, right?
I'll show you a picture.
Right? Is every cemetery haunted then?
I would think that just based on numbers alone, every cemetery kind of has to be haunted.
That's crazy.
Unless it's like literally like a 2-person
Do
cemetery.
you really think that? Do you live your life like this?
I think you know.
You think every cemetery has a ghost in it?
it's got
Okay,
to.
that's-
Think about how many graves are
That's
there.
what I'm saying is that like I feel like there's no way, man. What do you mean? Every cemetery is haunted?
Yeah.
People would be haunting all the time in them, just on a numbers game.
But like
I lived near a cemetery my whole life.
yeah, that one's definitely haunted.
No, it isn't. It's a regular cemetery. It's near a park. There's a little league nearby.
I used to be scared to walk through that cemetery, and then
As it turned out, you're a scaredy cat.
I started to need to walk through it out of necessity to get to school quicker, and it was scary, but it wasn't.
It's just it's dirt, man.
One time I did have a scary moment though, because I was listening to a Lil Wayne song, and there was like this scary like, "Ah," and I was like,
Oh, you
"Ah!"
thought you got spooked.
This is your podcast ghost and editor Trev here. Not that anyone asked, but if you are curious, the song was I Like the View by Lil Wayne. I was specifically listening to the instrumental version. It was 12 seconds into the song. There's a part that drops and there's a crescendo of voices. Scared the shit out of me. Back to the episode.
One time a high schooler threw a tennis ball at me and my friend Brett, who was on this podcast occasionally.
Oh yeah, Ghost
And
Picker
threw a
Brett
tennis ball at Brett. And
in the
a
cemetery.
teenager. We were walking on the sidewalk towards the cemetery. And a teenager
okay.
threw a tennis ball at us.
From the cemetery?
No, from the street in his car. And then Brett said, "Oh, a tennis ball. I'm going to keep this." And then we walked into the cemetery together.
That sounds like an overall positive experience.
He seemed like it. I thought I was kind of perturbed by it, by the rude act of a teenager. But also, yeah. So like, I don't know. Every cemetery is haunted. I feel like when I was a child,
Yeah.
you know, and my dear mother who listens to this podcast, if I said, "Mother, there's a ghost in my room," she would say like, "Ghosts aren't real." And then you become an adult and your parents are like, "Actually, I'm really scared of ghosts and I had a ghost story." And I find that so lame.
No, she was just trying to make you not scared of ghosts. And
You should
worked.
warn me.
It worked.
But if they're real, you should tell me. My mom wasn't like, "Oh, there's no such thing as serial killers." She was like, "They're out there. They're gonna get you if you go outside without me." Like, you know, like they instilled so much fear in me, and then they're just like, "Oh no, ghosts are fake." Meanwhile, that thing's possessing me. It's haunting me. It's looking at my skirt. It's banging on the door. It's throwing dishes at me across the room.
It's hiding in a hole in your bedroom floor.
If you think ghosts are real, tell your kids that they're real when the kid gets scared of a ghost in their room.
that's fair.
Or you know, how confident are you that your house isn't haunted?
I guess that's
That
probably
you didn't
the real.
you didn't move the couch and piss the ghost off.
That's the real distinction there.
You do a remodel on your kitchen, and you got to be like, maybe I just haunted my kid. Maybe I got my kid a new friend.
A number of famous people have dined at Poogan's Porch over the years.
Getting the impressions ready,
Actually,
baby.
I don't think this is really important, but I'm just going to read it anyway. Including Paul Newman, Joanne Woodward, Jodie Foster,
Jodie Foster,
Jim Carrey, Tennessee Williams,
okay,
James Brolin,
Yeah.
and Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, wow.
It is possible that the ghost of Zoe St. Amand is not impressed by the large number of famous people who have walked through the front door of her former home. The disturbances that make working and
doesn't
dining
like, "What's up,
at
Doc?"
Poogan's...
This is a movie from the 70s with Barbara Streisand?
Oh, is that a movie of hers?
Yeah, What's Up, Doc?
I actually don't know much about her except for the effect that's named after her.
Yeah. You want to explain it for the people at home?
Yeah, the Barbara Streisand effect is the phenomenon where when you go out of your way to try to cover up something innocuous, people then want to go deep dive into it, and you draw attention to it and draw more eyes on
Famously, Barbara Streisand had a big ass house.
Yeah.
And was like, don't look up my big ass house. Take it off the internet.
She sued a small blog that had very few viewers.
Yeah.
To like remove pictures of her house, and then that became the news, and then everyone flocked to the blog to look at the pictures of her house.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those where like you say it and you're like, idiot, Barbara Streisand. And then you're like, oh, everything does kind of suck. It does kind of suck that you can't be like, hey, don't put pictures of my house online without everyone being like, I mean, it's one thing that she's rich and famous or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have that much sympathy, but it does suck that like you kind of can't get stuff taken off the internet because it just makes a bigger stink.
It makes people look for it.
The disturbances that make working and dining at Poogan's Porch a highly interesting experience could be Zoe's way of expressing her disapproval of all the strangers.
Most people just have
who've been
regular
parading
food
through Poogan's Porch over the
I think dining is
3
probably a pretty
decades.
normal experience.
Yeah. And
Most people probably don't even go to the bathroom, so they don't even
This-
have the ghost experience.
this whole story here, that's the end of the haunts. This
Yeah.
whole story here is very reminiscent of the Catfish
Yeah, I was going to say it's also.
Plantation
It also,
restaurant.
I didn't want to ring the alarm too quick.
So we're getting into my favorite segment.
Yeah.
Is this a business interest?
Yeah, it is always. I think once you, I don't know. If anyone ever comes to your place, even if it's your house because of a ghost, it is at that point.
So here is this is their website.
2 O's,
Poogan, yeah. Oh, were you thinking it was P-U?
Pugin or something.
That's Puggin.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
So I was looking at their
Pretty.
website.
It's pretty looking.
It is nice. And
that the dog?
here's little Poogan. I'll link this all in the Tasty Morsels.
Painting needs more dark value.
That's fair.
Light on dark
Yeah,
value.
there's a lot of...
Get some darks in there. Don't be afraid of darks just because the dog's white.
So they have the story behind their name.
Yep.
And looking at everything, it looks pretty normal. They
Sorry, I'm laughing at his name was Poogan. it was like a period. It's very his name was Poogan.
don't say his name.
It's just I thought it was so dramatic. Oh wow.
They have the legend of Zoe St. Amand.
Okay, those are 2 old ladies also.
That is 2 old ladies. And this is essentially the same story that we just went over.
I'm laughing at the next bolded sentence. And that was when Zoe returned.
Whoever was there had vanished.
Vanished is in italics.
Yeah, so
You've read our stories, now eat our lasagna. Yum, yum.
they-
Ghosts, dog.
they definitely lean into
Yeah.
it. They don't lead with it, which unlike the Catfish Plantation, like I had to go to their about page to get that.
It doesn't say the haunted restaurant.
They don't have ghost paraphernalia as decorations or anything. Like it looks like just a regular kind of upscale restaurant. But
Yeah.
they do still lean into the
They
folklore.
do put a picture of 2 dead old women on their
Yeah.
website.
So I'm gonna give
Which,
this.
I don't know.
I'm
Do
gonna
they
give
want
this
you doing that?
A semi business interest. It's not like we're gonna advertise this as a ghost place. But if you dig a little deeper, they're gonna they're trying to get some allure.
They're
from the
hucksters,
ghosts.
not fraud hucksters.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's lame as hell. You don't want your restaurant to be good for the food. You want it to be good because you had 2 skeletons there or whatever.
That's fair.
I don't know.
It's a gimmick, but gimmick restaurants do exist.
We should burn them all to the ground.
Well,
bubblegum shrimp or whatever.
I think
Welcome to the Earth.
I think Rainforest Cafe would beg to differ.
I've never been there.
Me neither, but I kind of want to go.
We can go tomorrow.
Or medieval times. I think medieval
I've never been
times
there.
would beg to differ.
I don't think
well.
I'd want to go there.
I kind of do.
I don't know.
It might be. Kind of gross.
I find the minute I go to a Renaissance fair and someone talks to me about like, what is that strange piece of machinery you have in your hand? Is that a wizard scroll? I'm like, you got to take my ticket. I don't know if you're letting people in still. Like you gotta let me know if I can go in.
Yeah.
I stepped in a giant puddle you didn't clean up. My shoes are wet. You know, like.
Well, that's why you gotta be wearing wizard boots.
Someone calls my wife a wench. I'm like, do I have to fight you?
Well,
Just throw down.
no
with
one
you.
should be calling anyone a wench.
Well, at medieval times, I bet they would. They get wild with it. I think you call the serving girls wenches or
you
something
do.
like that.
Yeah, so
I wouldn't do that. I'm a feminist.
When I went to London,
Black History Month, I wouldn't do that.
in London, we went to like the London version of medieval times and
Regular times. Today's restaurant.
just a regular pub.
It's called normal restaurant.
And they highly encourage that if you needed anything, first off, no silverware. You eat with your hands. Second off,
That's so stupid.
if you need like more food or more drink, you yell wench, and they will come with more food.
People
or
would be
drink.
like, why does Zoran Mamdani eat food with his fingers? And they'll be like, anyway, time to go yell wench and eat a mutton leg with my fingies at a fucking themed medieval restaurant. Like a fool. Anyway, yeah, business interest, it is, unfortunately.
business
Sorry.
interest, not as strong as some of the other ones we've
I
encountered,
just think
but
it's
still there.
Everywhere's got a ghost tour. Everywhere's got passes. Everywhere's got Poogan's Porch ghost dog memorabilia to sell. I don't know. I just, I don't know. Where's the?
No.
I like when the places burn to the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And there's nothing there.
Where's the panache?
Well, I was gonna say it's all of the ones that like it's an abandoned hospital that you're not allowed to go to. Those had 20 deaths. Those had fucking intense, crazy ghost stories. That's what I want to see. No one was like, "Oh, come here for the ghost tour." They were like, 100 of my friends died here, and that's what I like.
You want more freshman binkers?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. First of all,
I will.
freshman and senior only.
I will say,
honestly.
after getting a taste of the freshman binker stories, like I kind of like the junior binker stories don't hit.
Well,
as hard.
it really is like school. The freshmen have like a lust for life that's like engaging because of how detached it is from the reality of being there.
Yeah.
And then the seniors have like a deeper understanding of how awful everything is. So they're just like being real. And then the middle ones, it's like, oh, you're still drinking the Kool-Aid you're still doing essays, girl? Who cares? You're going to be in the college in a month. You don't have to write essays after that.
And you can just
They're not going to withdraw your application,
you can just chat GPT your essays in college.
Oh, no.
Back in my day, I didn't
no.
have chat GPT to do the essays.
I wrote them the night before.
I just took the F.
Yeah, I just didn't do the paper.
No, I would write it the night before.
Yeah.
Because procrastination is my favorite. So
Some of us could stand to write a few more essays. Namely, everyone who's ever written something for the show that's been read on the show.
well, they haven't
with the
written
exception
it
of
for the show.
with the exception of the people who know they are the goats, the Sarah Barnacles.
Sarah
and such.
Barnacle, Trevor Williams.
No.
I wrote
maybe your reading does your writing a disservice.
Well, when I wrote that Yola Cutterin story,
Yeah.
that was not to toot my own horn or anything. That was pretty good. I'm just
Play the toot.
just really quick. I'm just gonna
You should have a whole French horn solo queued up. To toot your own
listen.
horn.
All the people heard about my article that I wrote, and they're really happy about
Yeah,
it.
they're excited.
Well, that brings us to our Bink difficulty scale. Our Bink difficulty
I
scale.
can't believe that this thing is in a different space than it was before. It's got to stay still at some point.
What the Bink?
Yeah, it's just always moving. The Bink difficulty scale doesn't feel any easier
Well,
than the Bink scale.
It's just.
I feel like it doesn't. That extra word doesn't help.
It's a minor tweak,
Okay.
which is just
I don't know.
rather than
This is Adobe rounding the corners off their logo.
rather than how much we believe it, it's how difficult is it to disprove.
Right.
So 1 is insta-bink.
Okay.
10 is unbinkable. I guess I should explain what a bink is for anyone whose first time it is. Bink is just basically debunking, but like in a less accurate way.
It's very accurate when I do it. Anyway, this is a 1. This is there's no. Stop using these 2 dead women for your business.
It's funny because
And
I
your
was
dead dog.
I was getting ready to give this one like an obligatory Junior Binker 3.
Yeah.
And then they got a detail wrong, which was that she waved at people walking by.
don't even
And
know
that is not the behavior.
I also just, I don't know, like a bar stool falling over in a restaurant is so traumatic for you that you had to fucking...
Yeah.
You never had a drunk person bang on the bathroom door and then walk away by the time you open the door up? I don't know.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, I do that every day.
Mainly because I didn't realize the door was locked and I thought I saw someone come out. So I was like, oh, it's my turn. And then I pull on the door and it's still locked.
If I see someone go in the bathroom, I bang on the door until they come out.
really rushed
I have to go.
Really?
Come on, I'm like, that was a ghost. There was a ghost lady who did that.
Put some pressure on them.
Yeah. Clock's ticking.
I'm going to give this one a 2.
Wow, low score.
Because like I said, I wanted to give it a 3, but it was pretty easy to bink once they got that detail wrong.
You give like half the shit on here for us because you give whatever you want, man.
Yeah. It's Black History Month. You know what? I'm going to give it a 6. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's still a 2.
Okay.
It's still a 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about this didn't grip me.
Yeah, just, it's just not. Again, 2 old ladies and they picked the shy, boring one.
You just don't like spinsters.
No, I actually, like I said, I would pick the shy, boring one.
Yeah. Well, how did Elizabeth die? Did we ever get any?
No.
Wow.
Never found out.
Because I'm going to be pretty pissed if they're like, oh, she got her head cut off by a power saw.
By her sister.
Yeah, some crazy shit. You're like, hey, man.
Excuse me?
Why isn't she the ghost?
That's a ghostable state right there.
Yeah. She was cleaved in two by a scythe. They never found who did it. And you're like, whoa.
Let's get into our enjoyability score.
Oh, I forgot. There's another element.
Is this a boo? Is this a boo or a boo?
So the reason I don't like this part of the show is because you want me to say it was bad, ostensibly.
Did you enjoy it?
I think if I hate the ghost story, you
or?
shouldn't derive that information from me, right? I end up saying a lot that I think the story is boo, and I think the episode is boo.
Yeah, it's about the story. It's not about the episode.
No, I know, but you see how it feels tough for me to say, like,
because you don't want to say it's a bad.
I'm also saying it to the person who picked the story. I'm looking you in the eyes.
I just picked it. I don't really care. I don't have any emotional investment in the story.
The story you picked was a boo.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
I just feel like it's a sour note to end things on, folks.
That's fair. I personally
we should do it before we know the story.
have a hard time finding good stories that are enjoyable.
Right.
Unless a freshman binker comes along and blesses us with some crazy shit.
Someone from New Bedford who's seen a lot of death.
Well, that's it for this episode. I want to thank our Bink Squad for listening. Did you know that you can go do all the Ghost Binker things at ghostbinkers.com?
Yeah, I want to thank Poogan for digging his way out of that dog grave.
You can find Poogan in there.
Finding us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
TikTok and Instagram at Ghost Binkers. I guess YouTube is also
Ghost Binkers
at Ghost
Podcast?
Binkers?
No, Ghost Binkers, I believe. That's all it is. I think that's all it is. We got to know this by now.
This is one that we should know, but I've
really,
never plugged the YouTube.
You should go to ghostbinkers.com because that's everything's there.
Yeah, just go to ghostbinkers.com and you will find everything you need there. And while you're there, email us.
Yep.
The Real Mothman did.
You can email us. Yeah, you can just comment on everything.
Yeah.
Comment a lot of normal shit.
Leave us a
I like comments
review.
when they're normal and helpful.
Yeah, normal comments are great. If they're going to be unhinged, make it unhinged in like an interesting way.
Or get a discussion about Final Fantasy going.
Get a discussion going. Leave us a 5-star review on Spotify and share this episode with a couple of friends.
17 people.
17
That's your goal
people
for this week.
17 people. And find a West Highland Terrier.
Yes.
And show their owner.
I was gonna say share it with a dog too. Yeah, so I think that's a good instinct. I'll say I don't even care about the breed. Maybe a border collie because they're the smartest. So I feel like they could write a review and give 5 stars.
They could,
which is what you should do too.
Yeah. Thank you to Dr. Alan Brown for this article.
The Ghost Doctor.
I will link it in the Ghouly Bites of the episode.
Yeah, sorry about all that stuff Trev said about you.
Yeah, sorry I ripped your writing apart.
Yeah.
I, as the person who had to read it out loud, it really made my brain fuzzy at times.
Blame the website, Doctor.
Yeah, blame the website.
Say that when you converted the website over, it fucked up some of the text.
Email us. Blame me. Maybe it was my fault. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Goodbye. In Myrtle Beach, they have a Ben & Jerry's, and they have cotton candy flavored ice cream in the Ben & Jerry's, and they don't make that flavor in stores, and all I want is that cotton candy flavor.
So
and
you got to go back to
That's
Myrtle
what I was
Beach.
bringing it up for, was like, The one thing I remember is getting that cotton candy flavor, really.
Cotton candy ice cream, Ben and Jerry's,
Yeah.
sponsor us and send us cotton candy ice cream.
Right from the factory. Oh, they also didn't have it in the factory because I've been to the factory in Vermont multiple times, and they did not have it in the factory.
What is this, like homebrew Ben and Jerry's?
I think it's like Friendly's ice cream. They repackaged. No offense, Ben or Jerry. Although one of them's gone now, and I like him a lot. So.